We like to move it. Let's talk about Madagascar Escape to Africa right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings my fellow YouTubers and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2008 computer animated comedy sequel Madagascar Escape to number 2 Africa, released by Paramount for DreamWorks Animation. This, of course, is the second installment of the franchise. Now, if you've not seen my review for the first Madagascar, I advise you to click on the card coming out. There we go. So you can catch that if you've missed it, or if you want to see it again. Okay. Eric Darnell and Tom McGrath returned to direct and also co-wrote the screenplay with Ethan Cohen. And, of course, we have most of just about everyone voicing from the previous film, including Ben Stiller once again as Alex the Lion, Chris Rock as Mari the Zebra, David Schwimmer as Melman the Giraffe, Jada Pinkett Smith as Gloria the Hippo, Sacha Baron Cohen as King Julian, Cedric the Entertainer as Maurice, and Andy Richter as Mort. Also on board, we have Elisa Gabrielli, who I forgot to mention her. She voices this old lady in the first movie, and she returns as that character in this. And the character was named Nana, so I humbly apologize that I forgot to mention her. Also on board, we have Alec Baldwin, Sherri Sheppard, will.i.am of the Black Eyed Peas, and the late great Bernie Mac in one of his last films. In this film, the main characters, of course, a party of animals from the Central Park Zoo whose adventures have taken them to Madagascar, find themselves right in Africa, where they meet others of their species and where Alex reunites with his parents. So, if you're ready, let's get into it. In Africa, Zuba the lion tries to teach his son Alec how to fight, but the cub is more interested in dancing. Rival male Makunga challenges Zuba for the title of Alpha Lion, and during their fight, Alec is captured by poachers. The crate containing Alec falls into the ocean, drifts to New York City, where he is renamed Alex, and grows up at the Central Park Zoo with Mari, Melman, and Gloria. Years later, following their adventure in Madagascar, the zoo animals themselves, along with the penguins, Skipper, Kowalski, Rico, and Private, plus chimpanzees Mason and Phil, prepare to return to New York aboard a battered airplane piloted by the penguins, accompanied by the lemurs, King Julian, along with Maurice and Mort. Excuse me, I said lemurs. Sorry. The plane runs out of fuel and crash lands in continental Africa. The animals find themselves at a watering hole on a nature reserve and are excited to meet others of their species. Alex is reunited with his parents and impress them with tales of his status as the King of New York. Marty fits in with a herd of other zebras who look and sound just like him. Melman, who of course is a hypochondriac, is distressed that the reserve has no doctors, so the other giraffes appoint him their witch doctor. Seeking romance, Gloria attracts the attention of the smooth-talking male hippo Moto Moto. Meanwhile, the Penguins set about repairing the plane. Assisted by numerous chimps recruited by Mason and Phil, they steal vehicles from several groups of New Yorkers who are on safari and strip them for parts. Nana, a tough old woman who slapped Alex around during the events of the first film, takes charge of the stranded tourists and helps them survive in the wilderness. We see a little more of her in this. Now, let's see. The zoo animal's excitement soon turns to disappointment. In a scheme to oust Zuba as alpha lion, Makunga insists that Alex complete a rite of passage, which Alex mistakes for a talent contest. It is actually a fighting contest, and Makunga tricks him into choosing the strongest lion as his opponent, resulting in Alex's humiliating defeat. Excuse me. Faced with the duty of banishing his son, Zuba relinquishes his title as Alpha, and Makunga takes over. Meanwhile, Mari is dejected by the realization that the Air Zebras can do everything he can, believing himself no longer unique. Melman comes to believe that he is deathly ill, and Gloria's interest in Momo saddens him since he has secretly loved her for a long time. The four friends argue heatedly with one another. Gloria has a date with Momo but loses interest when she realizes he is only attracted to her because of her size. After a pep talk from King Julian, Melman finally reveals his feelings for Gloria. Okay, now to the ending. You know the procedure like always. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Once you've done that, go to the description box and fast forward to the time below to avoid ending spoilers. If you've seen the movie already, continue on after the 5 seconds are over with. Thank you, and here we go. Okay, you've been warned. The next day, the animals panic when the watering hole dries up. Determined to redeem himself, Alex mends his friendship with Mari and they leave the reserve to investigate upriver. King Julian suggests that offering a sacrifice to the nearby volcano will restore the water. Melman, forlorn and believing he is dying, volunteers to be sacrificed. Gloria stops him from jumping into the volcano and realizes that he is the perfect guy for her. Alex and Mari discover that the stranded New Yorkers had built a camp and dammed up the river, and Alex is captured by them. Zuba rushes to his aid, but Alex saves them both by dancing for the tourists, who remember him fondly from the zoo. Mari, Melman, Gloria, the penguins, and the chimps arrive in the repaired airplane help Alex destroy the dam, restoring the water. Makunga angrily makes a stand for control, but Alex tricks him into being subdued by Nana. Zuba offers Alex the title of Alpha Lion, but he declines. And the father and son become co-leaders. Skipper the penguin marries a bobblehead doll from the plane, and he, the other penguins, and the chimps head off to honeymoon in Monte Carlo. Alex, Mari, Melman, Gloria, and the lemurs happily decide to stay on the reserve for a while. End of story. So what did I think of Madagascar Escape to Africa? Well, though I've only seen it a few times less than its predecessor, I will say I really did enjoy it. I recently revisited this along with the third movie and the Penguins of Madagascar spin-off movie on Netflix last month. I gotta say, this film did pretty well, as this film was dedicated to Bernie Mac, who died just before the film's release. The film did a little bit more better than the first one in ways, and got a little bit better response from the critics. The film managed to top the box office chart, and the film went on to make $603 million worldwide. So anyway, I think this is a little better than the previous one, but you don't have to take my word for it. I've just come to like it a little more. And it went on to become the 6th highest grossing film of 2008. And what can I say? The cast once again proves to be great. Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, David Schwimmer, Jada Pinkett Smith, Sacha Baron Cohen, Cedric the Entertainer, Bernie Mac in one of his final performances, Sherri Sheppard, voices Flory, Alex's mother, but unfortunately credited as mom, which I think was a mistake. This wouldn't be the first time a character we actually know by name was credited as just a mom. It would only be the second time I found out about this. Of course, the other was the live-action Cat in the Hat movie. Let's see. Now, Alec Baldwin voices Makunga, and will.i.am voices Molo Molo. Now, of course, we once again have Tom McGrath as Skipper, Chris Miller as Kowalski, Christopher Knights as Private, and John DiMaggio as Rico. Yeah. So anyway, we got some pretty good voices actors in. Oh, forgot one thing. will.i.am's Black Eyed Peas female colleague, Stacey Fergie Ferguson, voiced a female hippo in the movie. Yeah, can you believe that? I almost didn't know that until I just checked my source. But anyway, the film did so well and would going to be a big success, like I said. It would be released on home media. There would also be video games as well, just like the first. And then soon they would go on to return for a third movie. Of course, that would be Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, which would come out in 2012. But anyway, with a little more fun bits and all that jazz, and I also liked how it took place in Africa. That was so good. Hans Zimmer returned to do the score with a little assistance from will.i.am. That was good too. So, with all that said, would I recommend Madagascar Escape to Africa? I would say yes. Mm-hmm. If you are a completionist, I'd say a one-time watch, but I'd say give it more of a watch. And if you're satisfied with it, keep on watching. But if not, then well, don't bother. I think this film is really good, and I really did enjoy it after I revisited it last month. So, what are your thoughts on Madagascar Escape to Africa? You can tell me in the comment section below. If you like the video, click the like button below. Subscribe to my channel and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, check out my reviews for these here DreamWorks Animation sequels. In the upper left-hand corner is my review for Trolls World Tour from last year. The upper right-hand corner is DreamWorks' other sequel from last year, The Croods: A New Age. And the bottom left-hand corner is the more recent DreamWorks animation sequel, and that being The Boss Baby Family Business. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.